Who is Jocelyne Machevo?
All right, that's a tough question, eh? I could define myself in so many ways, but I would just start saying that Jocelyne Machevo is a dreamer and someone that understands that it's not only about dreaming. I also believe a lot in my dreams. I've grown up with this concept that I could achieve anything that I'll set myself for. So I think besides dreaming and actually believing that I can achieve those dreams, I think it's important as well to work hard. Yeah. So I'll say that Jocelyne Machevo is a dreamer. She's a dreamer. She's someone who believes and someone who works hard. Besides all the other different roles in society, I'm a mother of 3. Oh, wow. I just had my baby girls. I have 3 girls, so
congratulations.
My firstborn is 3 years old, and then I just had twins. They're about 6 months old now.
Love it. No bias. It
Yes.
doesn't look like it. I love it.
So I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and of course I'm a daughter to a big family, a family of 5 children. Yeah. And I mean, I have my role in society as well. I have my communities at work, I have my communities at church, in my neighborhood. So yes, Jocelyne Machevo is also a member of different communities.
I love that. Why do you think you were selected for this campaign?
That's a tough one as well. I think you have just decided to start with the tough questions now.
To get it started.
And you just made it harder for me when I arrived, when you told me what you told me, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. I honestly, I would say that when I got the call and was invited for this campaign, I was like, okay, me? Why?
Yeah.
There are so many other women that,
right.
you know, could actually be part of this campaign. But I think it's also important as well to recognize our different roles in society. Yeah. So when I then figured out that, yes, I was invited for this and I'm here on my own capacity. Yeah. And I think it's about also representativity. Yeah. So you have different kinds of women. So I do believe that I kindly represent a specific group. And for this reason, I was invited to be here. So I am humbled to be here, definitely. And I'm glad to represent Mozambican women and women in general, and being part of this campaign for a brand that it's so dear to my heart.
Right. A word that defines you?
Just one?
Just one.
Like I said, I think I'm a believer. Besides everything else, I always choose to believe. We have so many things that the world is trying to tell us, specifically being a woman, right? Yeah. I remember having this conversation. I'm just going to share a bit about my background. I have a background in civil engineering. Oh. So you can imagine it's, you know, it's a role, it's a profession that is mainly, you know, male dominated. So since I was a child and, you know, in high school, I've always tried to defy the odds. And I chose to do civil engineering despite everything that the world told me, because I knew I could succeed. Yes. So I am a believer, and I have applied that principle in everything that I've set myself to do. Of course, there are times that, you know, I haven't really succeeded, but at the end of the day, I think that more than just succeeding is enjoying the process I set myself for. So yes, believer is one of the words that definitely will describe me.
I love that. I think that background story takes us to the next question perfectly. Biggest challenge as a woman?
That's an interesting one, and the time that it comes in. I think, like I told you, I just had twins.
I can't even imagine.
So I'm a woman, right? With multiple roles in society. And I think one of the challenges for me is definitely trying to balance all those roles. But I think one of the principles or the tips I have learned, or something that I've discovered throughout the years, was the fact that you need to set your own way of being.
Right.
right? And one of the things that I told myself was, there's no such a thing as a balance, right? There are seasons in life. There's a season in life where, for instance, you'll be dedicated to your career. So at that time, perhaps you have 80% of yourself dedicated to your career,
Right.
and then the remaining 20% you need to balance between everything else, like family, friends, society,
Social
and
life,
exactly. And there will be other seasons where you'll be like, no, now I want to focus on my family, and you'll have 80%, 90% dedicated to your family, and then the remaining 10 will be for everything else. So I think that is quite important for me. It's a formula that I've decided to apply, and I've come to terms with it. I'm very fine with, being 80% my family at a specific moment and 20% everything else. So yeah, harmonizing everything rather than balancing.
Right.
It's one of the challenges that I've had, but then I've learned, I've decided to follow my own formula, and definitely with a strong support system, I'm managing to do everything, gracefully.
Yeah, that's nice. What does it mean to be a Mozambican woman?
Well, I think, when we say Mozambican, it comes with a lot of history and background, right? When we celebrate the Mozambican Women's Day, 7th of April, right? It's just because of the date that one of our strongest women was born. And if we look back, that was back at the days, we had this strong woman fighting for our liberation as a country, and she was so young, right? So that certainly shows one of the sides of the Mozambican women. We fight for what we believe. We fight for what we want. So definitely, the Mozambican woman is a fighter, is a believer as well, is a dreamer, is someone that have learned as well the value of resilience, the value of the word resilience. We have learned to withstand shock without changing our hearts, I've had the opportunity to be in different communities, in the most remote districts of the country. And every time I meet women, I'm amazed at how strong they are and their ability as well, to just create this harmony, this environment of peace. Despite everything else that is going on around them. They can be going through difficult and different situations, but they will always be able, to create that peace, that harmony, that we all feel so safe and secure. So that's another thing about the Mozambican women that I will definitely describe. Like I said, resilience. Mozambican women are dreamers, they are fighters, and I think they are authentic as well. They are definitely authentic. You meet different Mozambican women, you cannot find two that are the same.
True. That's true.
You will not be able to find two equal. So I think authenticity as well is one of the greatest and biggest qualities of Mozambican women.
What legacy do you hope to leave for future generations?
Well, one of the things that I keep saying to myself, and I have started saying that after I had my first child, and she's a girl, right? I think God gave me a lot of girls so that I could make sure I leave a better world for them. And I think this is one of the things why I work so hard as well. And I'm very passionate about the things of women. It's to make sure that once I open a door, I make sure that other women can pass through the same door as well. So I think it's important to create opportunities. And the saying that I have is that one of the biggest legacies that we as women can leave to our children, to our female children, is a world full of possibilities and opportunities, where they will know that they can succeed effectively because they saw their mothers doing it. So they will have no excuses, right? So if they see us doing it, they will know for sure that they can also do it, and they can work hard and achieve every and all their dreams. So So I think that's one of the things that is very, very important for me. One of the most important, let's say, life mottos that I have specifically for other women.
Thank you. I'm inspired.